affecting our nation and Northwest Indiana. Following these remarks, we'll answer questions, starting first with those on the index cards that were provided to you as you entered the room. At this time, if you have a completed index card or needed index card, we'd ask that you raise your hand and get the attention of one of the members of Congressman Visclosky's office, who's with us here today. We're joined with Cindy Wagner, Jacob Goodfoe, Chuck Brimmer. But again, if you just raise your hand, any one of us would be glad to assist you. Would ask that you would please put your name and address on that index card. And in the event that you would like to receive the Congressman's Congressional Electronic Newsletter, you can do so by providing your email address as well. Would also like to take this opportunity to introduce a very special guest we have. We're joined here with Chancellor Howard Cohen, who's been a kind and gracious host for us here, so please join me in welcome. But it is my distinct pleasure and privilege to introduce a very talented and gifted young individual from the city of Hammond who will do the formal introduction of Congressman Pete Visclosky, and would again ask that you please join me in welcoming Cassidy Wade.
Welcome to Congressman Pete Visclosky's Town Forum meeting. My name is Cassidy Wade, and I am in the 8th grade at Scott Middle School. Please stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Pete Visclosky represents Indiana's 1st Congressional District, which includes Lake, Porter, Jasper, Benton, and Newton counties. Born and raised in Northwest Indiana, Pete believes that the best way to solve our nation's problems is to put aside party differences and work together to get things done. This principle guides him as he works to rebuild our economy, solve the energy crisis, reform our healthcare system, and strengthen our national security. Throughout his time in office, Pete has fought for hard-working middle-class Americans, pushing for laws that promote good-paying jobs and economic stability. He has taken the lead on local economic projects like the South Shoreline Expansion, the Marquette Plan, the Purdue Technology Center, and advocates for Northwest Indiana steel industry as the Congressional Steel Caucus. As the chairman of the Energy and Water Appropriations Subcommittee, Pete has worked to solve the energy crisis with a comprehensive energy policy that promotes good-paying jobs, economic growth, ensure our national security, and protect the environment. A resident of Northwest Indiana, Pete graduated from Andrean High School in Maryville. He earned a degree in accounting from Indiana University, a law degree from the University of Notre Dame, and a master's degree in international and comparative law from Georgetown University. He is married to Joanne Royce and has 2 sons, Tim and John Visclosky. Now, please join me in welcoming our Congressman, Pete Visclosky.
I think you'd say that Cassidy did a terrific job in helping us get our forum started. All of the students who help us are very good academically, but she's also very well rounded. And the Honor Society also does the Science Olympiad, which I think is very appropriate here at Purdue, and certainly want to give her a certificate of congressional recognition. Also, in addition to the Chancellor would recognize my good friend and former public official, Judge Jim Richards. You might give the judge a round of applause. If any of the questions raised this afternoon are very difficult, I will have either Cassidy or Judge Richards answer them. This is the 19th of our 24 annual town forums, and I do want to start, first of all, by apologizing to each one of you for being late. We have had 18 forums. This is the first one I've been late to. You don't need to hear my tale of woe, but just getting from Whiting There was a train at Chicago, then there was a train at Michigan, and then when we thought we were being cute and got over to Kennedy, there was a train on 107th. But here we are, so we will proceed. People talk about bipartisanship and the need for it. I would point out that here we have a Notre Dame graduate invited to speak at the Purdue campus. I appreciate that. You can clap for me. Before I start my prepared remarks, just want to make a couple of personal observations on 2008. A number of you were at a forum we held about a year ago this time. And I have pointed out that since then, you think about a year where more people have lost their job in the United States than at any time since World War II. That is a tough year. There may be someone or more than someone in this room who has lost their job this year. There may be somebody in this room or more than one who are not working as many hours now than they did 12 months ago. Or if you have a job, you may be definitely afraid you won't have it come May. We have existing housing stock, we have new housing stock in Northwest Indiana. Some people may have bought their home recently in the last 3 or 4 years and be sitting in it at night wondering why it's worth less today than they paid for it. Everyone here, whether you're retired or anticipating retirement, knows that whether it's your defined benefit plan, whether it's a combination of thrift plans, that your savings have been savaged over the last year. And everyone I have talked to is very, very concerned about their retirement savings. We have Cassidy here, we have a couple of other young children here. There's parents here, there's grandparents here. After secondary education, whether it's training, whether it's higher education, some other form of educational improvement, there's a lot of parents very concerned, how am I going to pay for this, given where I find myself today? So I just want to emphasize to everybody, this is not lost on me. And my priority as we proceed with the 111th Congress is the economy and is jobs. And when you couple that with some of the other outstanding issues that we have talked about in the past, the fact that we remain at war in Iraq, we have